Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Scorpio July 20th, 2022. Venus has just moved into a harmonious position to your sign. Until August 11th, relationships flow more naturally, and timing is generally quite good on a social level. You can enjoy a more spontaneous, direct, and adventurous approach to life and love. Learning, new experiences, and mind expansion can be in focus and beneficial during this cycle. Today, you can feel as if you're on a mission to find out the truth of a matter. You're mentally sharp, which is excellent for intellectual and business-related endeavors, but your heart may not be ready for where your mind wants to go. It can be an ideal time to pursue anything that involves healing the mind or paying particular attention to the mind-body connection. You never back down from a fight. In fact, a conflict can sometimes provide the spice that you crave. However, today is not the day to feed the flames, as mental Mercury orbiting in your solar 9th house of wisdom will clash violently with Pluto spinning in your solar 3rd house of intellect. Even though you may feel set in your ways about some big ideas you've had, it appears your partner may not be seeing eye to eye. Don't ruffle feathers just for the sake of it. Your lover will resent you and begin to act distant. This wouldn't be a triumph in the end. What can you take away from your workplace conversations? You may not always agree with your colleagues, but you do have something to learn from your differences as Mercury in Cancer opposes Pluto retrograde in Capricorn. The opposition enlightens the truth behind your interactions as it encourages you to see your coworkers and conversations for what they truly are. A riveting secret could come to light as you may become privy to a colleague's perspective, worldview, or belief system. Take it for what it is and keep these interactions in mind for later. You are getting a bit shortchanged by others. Your amiable manner stops people from taking you too seriously. Why is it that so often people have to be rude or aloof to be considered smart? It is something you have battled all your life, but you simply can't help your good-natured personality. Today, however, people will respond to you as though they're hearing you for the first time. Your ideas are seen as innovative, and you receive the kudos you are due. Whether a pleasant family get-together is on the cards or a celebration with friends today is perfect for socializing. Just as you enjoy the company of others, they like being with you too. Friends and family know exactly how much you mean to them and value your company. Be yourself today, because they accept you just as you are, loving you and trusting in you. You are good with others, and you can charm your way out of almost any situation, but today you're going to experience friction with someone in a position of authority. Be calm. Stay collected. It will be fine. Looking for the right person for a long time, you may not have found the ideal partner yet, but the likelihood of meeting them is promising and too good for you to miss. Give yourself a push and summon all your seductive sex appeal. Be prepared for the next opportunity you get to win over that special someone. Today is a day to stand up and take action. Forces may be pulling on you from all angles, and your challenge today will be to maintain a healthy balance between all of them. You have the opportunity to accomplish a great deal by directing your energies outward instead of inward. Other people may be snappy and punchy. Counteract this by being patient and well-mannered. Your contribution to the group will be greatly appreciated. If there's something you've wanted to do, but haven't felt quite ready yet, this might turn right around on this day. The influence from this vibration can encourage you to give flight to your ideas, and to talk to the people you need to so that things begin to take shape. If you suffer from occasional shyness, don't give this a second thought today. You will be at your social best, and communication will come easily. It's the perfect time for you to make your move. The moon finds itself in the right place at the right time today. This first visit since Mars left your work sector was always going to be an important chance to check in, but it also means that your instincts will be sharp and you are emotionally and intuitively engaged as Chiron turns retrograde here today. With the remaining two planets both turning retrograde over the coming days, this gives you an intuitive read on the tide as it turns. This will also make it easier to pick up on the impact of Mercury's return to your career sector and the new doors this will open. At the same time that Mars moves into his final month in your relationship sector, the Moon is approaching the first of 2 visits it will make while the warrior planet of the cosmos is here. It is the Moon's return tomorrow that will not only offer a chance to become more emotionally engaged, but this will give Mars and his fight for what you want from your relationships better access to ongoing communication support. Our eyes in the sky. Loving Venus just moved into caring Cancer, so you're probably bending over backward to make sure everyone around you feels safe and comfortable. This is all fine as long as you're taking some much-needed time out for yourself. Putting yourself first during this compassionate transit is an often overlooked but necessary task to avoid emotional burnout. Communicative Mercury is also paired with sensitive Cancer during its moody opposition to dark Pluto today, stirring up all kinds of suspicion and manipulative tendencies. It's so easy to get your feelings hurt and hurt other people's feelings now, so be very careful about how you respond and what you say. When you sense any type of betrayal, your first instinct is to get revenge, but fighting negativity with more negativity during this touchy aspect usually backfires. Fortunately, any tension from the day will all seem like water under the bridge tonight when the Moon changes signs into compassionate Pisces while forming a conjunction to benevolent Jupiter. This vibe is perfect for making amends, so if you did butt heads with someone earlier, now would be the time to smooth things over. Be sure to pamper yourself a bit before bed in order to fully de-stress after a rather hectic day. Just after midnight, Mercury in Cancer opposes Pluto in Capricorn, inspiring arguments. This is an aspect of contention. Paranoid thoughts, suspicious behavior, or intimidation tactics are par for the course. Others' polarizing opinions act as catalysts that change the way we think or speak. Fundamental ideas about our history or identity may be challenged now, threatening something seemingly essential to our core personhood. Time and distance are required to see if this is an accurate assessment or a knee-jerk conclusion that we have leaped to out of fear. If we are involved in a conflict, we are apt to bury our emotions and stew, exploding when we finally hit our breaking point. Following this connection, the Moon begins its void of course. The best way to get what we desire is to keep our eyes on our own paper and refuse to feed the green-eyed monster. Over the next 2 days, we are content to put our heads down and make steady, deliberate progress towards our goals. On an emotional level, a fixation with optical victory can have us behaving somewhat serious and sober. We might come off as cold to others, however, it is not that we are unfeeling now. We simply understand the work required to achieve our ambitions and are undaunted by distractions. Remember that there are ways to plod conscientiously towards success without making life into one endless chore. Shortly following this, the Moon squares off with Jupiter in Aries, making us prone to excess. Today, we are interested in forming the social connections that will enable us to accomplish our desired agenda. Following this, Mercury conjuncts asteroid Ceres, fueling the tensions of the early morning's Mercury-Pluto opposition. Currently, we are speaking up for our needs, or advocating for the needs of others. But in many ways, we are too close to the action, too invested to look at situations objectively. We can therefore demand that others respect our needs while failing to reciprocate unless their priorities are aligned with our own. Avoid making false promises to manipulate situations in your favor.